Now that you got your coilover bar all welded in, all your mounts welded up to it, you can go ahead with the next step now. Some people might change the way they go from what I'm about to do. I don't have my anti-roll bar. I don't have my lower control arms yet, so I can't put the rear end in, and the rear end's not built. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to build the framework to hold my fuel cell and my battery. You cut the whole trunk floor out. I mean, you don't have to cut the trunk floor out to do mini tubs and the coilover bar. You got to notch the spare tire well a lot, but you don't have to cut it all out. My buddy still runs a stock tank with mini tubs and inboard coilovers. I choose not to. It's big, gaudy, ugly fucking tank with a huge sump sitting on the bottom of it. I just don't like the look of it. Plus, the fucking thing's this wide. This tank's half the size, lighter, and it holds the same amount of fuel. So what I've decided to do is I got some 3/4 bar, 3/4 tube pipe, whatever the fuck you want to call it, that will be the framework to hold that and to hold the battery. You can see the coilover bar right there. I got the tire. I was holding up the tank. So my plan is I'm going to take that 3/4 bar, frame rail to frame rail, all the way over to that side where I got it all cleaned up already. And then you can see my marks on the bar. That's how wide my fuel cell is. I'm going to run the 3/4 tube back and I'm going to build tabs off that to bolt the tank down. And then the battery will go over here. So you can see I got, I don't know, 10, 12 feet of 3/4 tube here. So we'll go ahead and measure out what that is. I think I just measured it, but I gotta measure it again because I already forgot. So looks like we're at 40. It looks like we're at 40 inches here from frame rail to frame rail. What did I say? 40 inches? I already fucking forgot. Wish I had a chop saw. Those are one of the tools I haven't bought yet, which I wish I had because this shit sucks to cut. Chop saw just right through it. Dead nuts. That one got me good. I'm gonna burn my ass. got a measurement from here to that bar. And now, I mean, you could butt weld that right up to that bar and to that bar, and it'd be fine. But I want to bevel. Yeah, not bevel. I can't think of the fucking think of the word right now. It'll come to me in a second. Oh, I want to notch. I want to notch the tube onto both bars. I know that's a bigger bar. There's really not going to be much of a notch on that from a 3/4, but you can notch the other one. So you got to measure a little bit further. I measure like half an inch on each, you know, like an inch total. That's about what I do. And it gets it close. There's a couple ways that you can notch tube. Obviously you get a notcher. I have a notcher, but it doesn't go all the way down to this small. And the other way is just grinding. So grab your flap disc and you can get. So that's one end. See? Yeah, close enough. See? Quick, easy. I mean, if you were TIG welding this, you'd be alright. That's actually how good of a fit up that just got right there. That's not that bad. Now I got to do the other side, which is a little bit tougher because it's on something like this. So, I mean, there's really not much you can do. It's just very slight amount. And you want to make sure it's even. I should have drawn a center line on it. That was my fault. You guys got the idea now? Pretty straightforward and simple. Just building framework. Now I'll do another one on the other side. There you go, some framework. Starting to take shape. Here's a little piece of aluminum angle iron to make my level longer. She fit pretty good. Now I just gotta make some brackets to hold it. Now we'll get the battery tray in here too that I made, so we'll go over that soon. Now that you have your gas tank in, see it's on top of the bars. I'm gonna have to make little brackets to come off. Little brackets weld to the tank so it bolts down. Now you can start on your battery tray, because I have one bar sitting in there right now that's not welded. I built this tray a long time ago. Simple, a little heavy. I made it out of angle iron, mitered the corners and welded it together. And it works. It's the size of the battery. This will probably be all your framework in. Battery and fuel cell. Now, as long as you did all your measurements. Whoops, sorry. Make everybody sick here. Now, as long as you did all your measurements, everything's fine. You can go ahead and burn this all in now, because that's it. All that is done in there. You have to make tabs to hold your fuel cell down. The easiest way to do it is take some it's like construction paper, some thicker paper, and you can cut it out like this. You can see the shape. And then you just bend these flaps over, and you have like a tab. Okay. And you'll end up notching these a little bit, and that'll sit against your rail, and you can weld it on and bolt down. So I have some steel, some mild steel strapping that this is actually a good fit on. Hopefully I can get 4 out of it. I think if I place them right, I won't even have to make that many cuts, which would be beautiful because I hate cutting steel. So there you go, 4 of them, and only like 5 cuts. Yeah, 5 cuts, and you got all 4 brackets out. That worked out very well. So just take your little template, fold it up, center it on your piece of steel. Just draw a line. Maybe draw a line. That's not terrible. It could have been worse. Cheap little Harbor Freight vise drill press vise. all those brackets are done, you're going to take this bracket and you're going to weld it to the tube like that. And it's going to be fine. I'm going to wait till I have some brackets welded off the tank. So I'll make these and screw up doing those. So, you know, corners, best. And then you just weld that, drill your hole. You can see I made these a little too long. There's some overhang. So once these are fully welded, I'll just take my flap disc and bring these down a little bit. It's all done. Alright guys. You know the motto. Like, subscribe, follow me on Instagram at Racestatus. Comment if you have any questions. I do my best to get back to you guys. I try to answer you all. You know, there's another one. I hope you guys are getting out, working on your own stuff, getting it all done. Have a good night, guys.